Hi guys. Today we're featuring the Power to the Proletariat channel. Be sure to check out the links in the description to watch the full original video. Visit his channel and get subscribed.
So there was just a fire truck coming in, so let's get some pictures of that really. It's pretty cool. Just taking some pictures of your fire truck, mate, that's all. No worries. It's a cool truck. Thank you for your service. You do a great job. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. Busy up here with the fire service?
Been very busy. You like
No, not at all. Just visiting the area, not really.
Oh, yeah.
Just saw you guys pulling in, so I thought I'd come get a few shots of your truck and that, really.
Yeah, you can get a few shots of the truck.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
just have to make sure, because people keep trying to get into the station.
Oh, really?
And it's meant to be secure because it's a police station.
Oh, the police station?
Yes, yeah, so don't take offence to me asking you.
No, that's fine.
It's a police station. People keep trying to get into the station. Because obviously it's not a secure compound, whereas a lot of the stations are like gated and you can't.
Yeah, exactly. I was walked up and there's no signage saying.
Take a few pictures, by all means. But
Yeah.
if we could not be in it, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure, no worries, mate. Very nice. Well,
Some of the police cars are unmarked police cars.
that's fine. I mean, I get unmarked police cars in my shots all the time.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I mean, look, if it's, I mean,
Go on what I'm.
yeah, I know. I appreciate the request, but you know, like a police number plate is in public domain. You know, a number.
But here they're not, because I shouldn't technically let you on the jury yard.
Again, like, so I don't want to get funny with it, but you know, it's publicly accessible. You know, there's nothing stopping public from coming in.
No, I couldn't ask you to leave.
You could ask me to leave.
I'm
You
not gonna
could.
leave.
No. But yes, yeah, just in recording. But yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. But you know, like in general, number plates are in public domain. They're owned by the DVLA. They're not private.
But while we're on public land, private land, you
Yeah, they are.
shouldn't
Yeah.
be
They are while they're on this land.
taking videos of our cars. while you're on
I'm not
private
specifically
land.
taking videos
No,
of
but
cars,
you
you
might
know.
catch our cars.
Potentially,
and then,
yes.
Well, then you shouldn't.
But I don't see what you say. I go.
No, if we were outside those gates, that's
Sure.
fair enough.
So what's the difference with me? So I could stand here and film all of that. What's the difference from me standing outside that gate there and just filming them coming in and out? I can do that. There's no difference to it. No, exactly. Like, you know. Again, like I said, I'm not here to video all the private cars and that, but if they're in the background of a shot, they're in the background of a shot. If you hadn't told me that they were police vehicles, nobody would know that they're police vehicles and there'd be no issue, would there?
But that's the point. No one does know they're police vehicles.
Well, they wouldn't have until you mentioned it. And that's the thing, isn't it? You know, it's just...
We're going to drive it into the station.
What, in there?
Yeah, so I'm going to have to politely ask you to leave the jury yard.
Oh, I'll stand out of your way for you if they won't obstruct you driving your vehicle.
No, I'm going to have to politely ask you to leave the jury yard.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I said, I'm not leaving. I'm just moving out of your way so you can drive it into the yard.
No, I'm asking you to.
Okay, that's fine. You can ask me to leave. I will politely decline the request. Pardon?
In which case, I'm going to block the camera.
Well,
We're very polite.
Yeah, and I said to you with the greatest respect, like, I'm not here to film that. Like, I'm here to
I'm
get
now
shots of that.
asking you
You know?
No, I'm asking you to leave. Sorry.
You know, this is honestly, I've never had this experience with the fire service before.
Are you being relaxed with us?
I wasn't being with you.
You took your pictures of the fire engine.
Yeah, and I want to get a shot of it driving in. That's all.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Right, so if you want to take a photo, fine, don't record. I'm going to politely ask you to leave our drill yard. It's private ground. If you could leave the drill yard, please.
The what do you call it? The what?
Our drill yard.
Drill yard.
It's private ground. I need to ask you to
Okay.
leave. It's private land.
Okay.
Can you leave the drill yard, please?
I'm going to politely decline. Okay. Just to let you know, you keep stepping towards me, you keep knocking my boot. I'm going to ask you not to make any physical contact with me.
I'm not making physical contact.
But as I said, every time you step towards me, you are knocking my boot.
Well, I'm just blocking your camera.
Okay. So blocking my camera is an obstruction of my Article 10 human right to freedom of expression.
And I've asked you to leave.
It's publicly accessible. There's nothing to stop a member of the public from coming in here.
No, but now you're in here, I'm politely asking you to leave.
And I've politely declined the request.
Okay.
Exactly. You've requested
now
that I
the fire
leave.
engine's actually back in the station.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you can't depart our drill yard.
Well, there may be other things that I want to take pictures of and footage of.
Okay, can I just, what's your name, sir? I'm Kev.
Kev. And what's your collar number, Kev? 9314.
9314, Kev.
Thank you. And that,
yeah.
is that PC? Oh, no, you're...
No, I'm fire service. What's your name, sir?
I don't give my name out.
Okay. Is there anything I can call you just so we can have a...
Sir is absolutely fine.
Okay, sir.
You can call me mate or whatever you want to call me, that's fine.
Okay, well,
I'm not
I'll stick with sir, that's absolutely fine. Okay, sir. So, it's absolutely acceptable for you to remain outside the property, and if you need to take film for your personal use, that's fine. Are you filming now?
Yes.
Okay, so you're inside fire service property, and that's demarked by the barrier there. So this is fire service property, and you shouldn't be inside and shouldn't be filming. So I'd ask you to turn that off now, and obviously move outside.
I'm not going to stop recording, and I'll explain why. Because of the way that this gentleman has approached me, and he's come very close to me. I believe it was accidental, but a couple of times he has made light contact, and I believe it was accidental. But the manner that he was getting in my personal space, obstructing my camera, I found to be very aggressive. I'm not going to stop recording because I don't feel safe with no evidence of how you may treat me off camera. You've been very polite and cordial, don't get me wrong, but that could just be because the camera is rolling.
So can I just answer that, sir?
Yes.
So all of my team are instructed to challenge anyone who enters who's unauthorised for security reasons.
Yes.
I'm sure you can understand. You know, this being a joint police and fire station, we need to see who's on site. And with the best will in the world, we don't know you, and you've not been able to give us your name or ID. So he is within his rights. He's acting on my instructions to challenge you. And obviously, if we're moving fire engines around, there's a safety element as well.
As I said, I moved well out of the way of the fire truck.
As a resolution to this, then,
yes,
what I would suggest is, if you're not prepared to turn off your video, which I've asked you to do, I'm happy for you to take photos and video from just outside our property. So if you want to come with me now, continue filming till we leave, so that you've got any evidence of anything that we may do or say, which is your argument, that'd be absolutely fine. If we walk with me to the gate now, go to the other side of the gate, and then this situation's resolved, isn't it?
So what was the issue of me standing here getting a shot of the vehicle going into the garage?
That's for the reasons I've just outlined, sir. You know, like I say, police station, fire station, emergency service, we need to be secure in knowing and understanding who's on our property. You're unwilling to tell us who you are, give us your name, and any identification. So a gentleman from the police has just joined us.
We've got 1333.
Chris Brooks Payne.
Sorry, where?
Chris Brooks Payne.
Chris Brooks Payne, thank you. And you're based here, are you?
I'm based here, yeah.
So before we go down, you know, the route of you having a conversation with our colleague, our police colleague, you know, do you want to come and have a conversation with me at the gate?
I'm quite happy to have a conversation here, to be honest.
Okay, well, as the boss has just mentioned to you, obviously it is private land.
Sure.
You've raised the point, there's nothing stopping your barrier, and the boss will take that as feedback, and we'll look to rectify and deal with that. But you've now been made aware that it is private land, okay? You've been asked to leave politely.
So if I were in a public park...
You're not in a public park.
If I were in a public park, and yourself came and asked me to leave, and I refused, there's nothing... Again, it's a public area.
You're not in a public park though, are you? This is private land.
It's a public area. A park is private land.
This is private
every
land.
Park every park in the UK is private land.
You now need
everything in the UK is private land.
Okay, I'm trying to be polite talking to you, so please give me the courtesy back.
Okay, I'll listen. Yeah.
You've been asked politely to leave.
Yeah.
Okay, and be the other side of the barrier. You can film to your heart's content from the other side of that barrier. The barrier, as you pointed out, the barrier is there to stop unauthorised vehicles coming in. Okay, and we'll take the feedback that we haven't got anything alongside it to stop pedestrians coming in. Okay, we'll take that as feedback and we'll look to work with that. But we are now telling you that you're not entitled to come in here, that this is private land and you now need to leave.
Okay. Again, this is a public area.
Okay.
Okay.
You keep...
bear with me on this, right? Okay. The logic being, right, if you decided to use the stop and search power here for whatever reason. I don't think it's necessary in any circumstances, right? But if you were to decide to, and you found an offensive weapon on somebody here, would you arrest them for having an offensive weapon in a public place?
Potentially.
Yeah, so there you go. So that's an admittance that this is a public place.
Okay.
One cannot be trespassed from a public place.
Okay. Are you going to leave?
No.
Why are you not going to leave?
Because, quite frankly, I don't want to at this point.
Okay,
I'll
so
leave when I'm ready to leave.
This is more of a stubborn thing now.
Yes, yes, it is now, yeah.
For your views or whatever it is we're getting from this.
Well, no, as I said, if it hadn't escalated to a situation where I was being obstructed from doing what I was doing, exercising my rights, then it would have been less than 5 minutes, probably, in and out.
Do you not expect to be challenged in coming onto places like this?
Yes, I expect.
Is that an expectation from you?
I expect to be challenged. I expect somebody to listen and understand that what I'm doing is nothing illegal. I'm not doing anything wrong. Exercising your right to disseminate information to the public, especially about a public service, a public sector service that we help to pay for, should be not an issue.
And just out of curiosity, then how have you been instructed doing that so far?
If you could leave the drill yard, please. If you could leave the drill yard, please.
What I'm wanting is to be left alone, to get the footage that I came to get, and I'll be gone.
So where is it you're planning to go to get footage other than
Anywhere
what
that's
you've got here?
publicly accessible.
So I don't see anything else that is publicly accessible for you other than the car park.
There you go. If that's all I can reach, that's all I can reach.
Okay. We'll give you 5 minutes. Walk away for 5 minutes
And if I'm still here in 5 minutes, if I want to be here for half an hour to film.
well, now you're just being pedantic.
No, but if I wanted to,
but we are, aren't we? This is
if I
what we're
wanted
going for
to.
now.
So the thing is with photography, it doesn't always necessarily take 5 minutes. Sometimes getting the right angle, the right
but
lighting.
I think you know as well as I do that we're not here just for the photography. We're now here just to be pedantic, as you just admitted. Okay, we're just here now being stubborn. I think was your word, because you've been challenged.
I come to do my amateur journalism. If I get obstructed in that,
Challenged, we'll go with.
started with a challenge, ended with obstruction.
Well, with the climate that we're in, I'd fully expect
Climate,
anybody
yeah,
on
it's a
these
bit rainy, a
services-
little bit cloudy. What else about the
anybody
climate?
on these services to be challenged.
Yes,
and
exactly.
I think you'd expect that.
Challenge,
As a
not a
taxpaying
problem.
Member of the public who pays for these, I think you'd expect us to expect our staff to challenge people
Yeah,
within these areas.
challenge, not a problem.
Okay.
You come, I say, I'm just here to do some field bit. All right, not a problem. Have fun. That's all it needs to be.
We don't know because we don't know who you are, and we're asking you respectfully.
If I were to tell you
leave
my
on
name,
those grounds.
if I were to tell you my name, give you my ID, whatever, how would that make it any different of how much of a risk I am?
It would start to reassure us, because at this point you're not prepared to tell us who you are, and that in my mind ramps up that threat and risk to my staff and this facility.
So, as a public servant, your level of suspicion goes up when somebody respects their right to privacy.
No.
You see, this, and I think this is.
No, that's what you're saying.
This is
You
what
get
we're
more.
aiming for,
You
really.
get more
You're trying
suspicious
to engage
because somebody
these
doesn't want to give you
conversations.
names, ID, anything like
No.
that. I'm sorry. You had an issue a second ago with talking over with me talking over you. So don't talk over me either. No.
What
That
you're
respect
here for,
goes
isn't it?
both
This
ways.
is what you're here for. So
That respect
what
goes
I
both
suggest now
ways.
is we'll walk away.
Yep.
Okay. If you're seen to try and enter the buildings, you know you're not allowed to. Okay.
If the door's open and I suggest you lock it,
But the doors will be locked. So
There
if
we
you
go.
are seen trying to enter a building,
Yeah.
okay, you're being told now that you don't have permission to enter any of them buildings, this building, or any of that building. You do not have permission to enter.
okay.
Okay.
And if I do,
So that's just been made clear.
okay. And if I do, it becomes trespass, which is a civil issue, no?
We'll see, won't we? But right now,
But it
I'm
is.
telling you
Trespass-
right now,
no.
you
Trespass
don't have
is
the
a civil
permission.
issue.
You don't have the permission. You're just
Okay.
here for the argument.
No,
and
but
I
then-
accept that.
but then-
that's not an issue.
but then trespass
I'm gonna
is a
leave
civil
you to argue
issue.
on your own. Okay.
Have
We're
fun.
going to walk away. You are not allowed in any of the buildings that we
Cool.
just mentioned.
All I'll say is next time somebody comes to film, unless you have a gate there, because even if you have a sign, you can't guarantee that somebody can read. So that sign, you can't even enforce a sign. You need a physical barrier that stops somebody from entering here if you don't
Like
want
I said
somebody
to you,
here.
we'll take
And
that
you'll take that on board.
we'll
Fine.
take that feedback.
That's
That's
fine.
not a
I'll be
problem.
back in a few months maybe. Somebody else might be back in a month.
I dare say there will be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially after an interaction like this. So,
Again, I don't see your issue with your interaction here. I think we've done very well. We've tried to talk to you. We've tried to address your issues. You seem intent on having an argument with something, so we're going to leave you to it. Hope you have a good day.
cheers.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to click the links in the description to check out the full original video and also visit the Power to the Proletariat channel. Get subscribed and enjoy more of his content.